You're watching the Prepared Mind Network, so get prepared for one hell of a show.
I talked to a student recently at one of our woke college campuses who said she's required in every class to introduce herself and to give her pronouns. Well, I'm Ted Cruz, and my pronoun is kiss my ass.
Well, there we are. The world of the internet is all jacked up. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Yes, sirree, Bob. It is that kind of a show, that kind of a day. Software fuck up, internet fuck up. Hey, how about this? A complete, total disaster across the country. Now, let's cover what's gone on today. I want you, though, to please put your questions down below so Uman can put them up on the screen when the time comes. We're going to have kind of a modified, shall we say, show today. I've got some tight time constraints I'm trying to work within. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The Democrats, folks, are absolutely broken, and they're reckless in everything they do. And I want to detail that across the board and also around the world. When I say Democrats, I mean socialists. When I say Democrats, I mean communists. When I say Democrats, I mean fascists. Totalitarian, anti-freedom, anti-people, overbearing government Democrats. So, did you know that while in Russia, there was an assassination attempt that was going on to kill Tucker Carlson? Did you know that? That's right. That's right. Democrats, folks, are totalitarian, and they didn't want Putin getting a favorable interview. Well, they've caught the guy, a young man. Basically, that means a young white Russian dude has been arrested in Moscow, folks, in connection with an assassination attempt. According to White House reporter Simon Atiba, the man was allegedly being paid by Ukrainian intelligence officers to put an explosive device in the vehicle that Tucker was using while in Moscow. That is our government. That is democracy in action. And I've just begun. Christopher Wray, the head of the FBI, well, they're very, very concerned about the safety of America. So what did they do? They went and got a pregnant woman and her 4-year-old son. She is barefoot in 12-degree weather, and they made them stand outside. A pregnant young mother and her 4-year-old boy in 12-degree weather, barefoot, while they went into her fucking home and ransacked it. Just went through everything. These are Gestapo tactics. This is the KGB. This is absolute bullshit. What a bunch of fucking cowards. Democrat mentality. Literally, this is what our government is up to. This is how they deal with stuff. The Democrats are broken, they're corrupt, they're criminal. Well, how about fat ass Fannie, Fulton County District Attorney in the state of Georgia? That's right. She and her boy toy, Nathan Wade. Guess how many text messages they had, folks? 100, 200, 500? Try 11,865 text messages. That's quite a professional relationship, huh? Well, that was just the amount of text messages before she decided to hire him to go after and persecute President Trump. And both Nathan Wade and fat ass Fannie lied about their affair under oath. These are typical Democrat criminals pretending to be high and mighty, the pious, lawful Democrat, folks. It doesn't matter what color they are or how old they are. They're all fucking liars. Like this prime example right here. Nancy Pelosi. You want to talk about fucking broken. You want to talk about corrupt. You want to talk about a disgusting example of anti-Americanism. I said Democrats are reckless. Paul Pelosi's reckless. He was drunk and got in a fucking accident, and all he got was a bad, Paul. Try not to do that anymore, okay? Try not to. Well, Nancy Pelosi, the drunk old bitch, said there needs to be an intervention over Trump's mental health. Really? Really? She really said that, folks. Folks, if you do not agree with Democrats, Democrat policy, Democrat belief systems, Democrat morals, which is a fucking misnomer and a oxymoron, then you must be mentally ill and you need an intervention. They will arrest him, folks. They're going to use anything they can as an excuse to say he's crazy, he's bad, etc. Period. It's coming. Get ready for it. It's 2024. The Democrats are fucking reckless turdsickles. That's exactly what they are. Oh, wait a moment. We need more examples? I haven't hit enough? Fine. Democrat prosecutor, fat ass Alvin Bragg, sack of shit up in New York. He went to the judge and says that before the, quote, hush money trial that he's going after Trump for, he wants a gag order before. Folks, American Revolution, 1776. Prior to that, pre-revolution, the English used their courts to punish, silence, harass, and steal from people. So I can say this with a high degree of certainty that every Democrat judge out there is a sack of shit and they get exactly what they deserve in life. Because I have not seen a Democrat judge to date, since Biden took office, behave with morals and dignity and also take their job and the Constitution serious. They see the Constitution as an impediment. They'll use the word Constitution when it suits them. Other than that, fuck it. Burn the thing to the ground. And now we've got dickhead Alvin Bragg. How did these people, folks, pass law school? How did they pass? Somehow they did. They passed. That doesn't mean they're a good lawyer. It doesn't mean they're a decent person. Shouldn't there be a fucking morality test? Oh, see, John, that's what you would have it so Democrats couldn't be lawyers. No, I'd have it so lying, cheating sacks of shit couldn't be lawyers. Now get this. I want everyone to understand. Spitwads. It is time to let the shooting of spitwads begin, and soon. This is how I feel about this. Trump has appealed the judgment in his New York City civil fraud case. Did you know, what was it, 383 or 380 or 385 million dollars is now up to 454 million dollars with daily penalties being added on. Unbelievable. Penalties on top of penalties. This is our country and it's fucking burning. What happens if they put you in this? What if they came here to my fucking bunker and decided they were going to make me stand outside and that they were going to hold me at gunpoint? Do I have a right to protect myself, my property, from unreasonable searches and seizures? I have not committed any crimes. I tell you, folks, there's going to be hell to pay, and soon. Every one of these FBI agents, every one of these judges, every one of these mayors, every one of these legislators, every one of these lawyers is going to be very sorry they've done what they've done. They're going to pretend like they didn't. They're going to make excuses. They will lie their asses off to stay out of the grave. And I do not want violence, folks. I'm saying it's going to happen. And here's my example. Folks, in America, we're supposed to be, land of the free, home of the brave, yada, yada, yada. Basically, all we are is lip service. A lot of fucking yakka yakka. Even me. What have I done? Have I gone out and, well, changed the way politicians think? Actually, you know what? I take that back. I have probably made a lot of politicians think a little bit differently. Probably they want more gun control because of guys like me and people like you. Well, in Europe, folks, the farmers are engaged in a full-scale revolt, short of using guns. Tractors, farmers on tractors, folks, busted through barriers in Brussels, which is the home of the European Union. People who are farmers engaged in the farming industry, the world of agriculture, they surrounded the European Union headquarters, and then they got their equipment and they sprayed liquid manure at police in a massive, smelly, stinky, fetid, major show of anti-government force. They didn't kill anyone, but they sprayed them in liquid shit. I don't know how that couldn't get any better. I really don't. But it's going to, folks. It has just begun. And I want everyone to understand, I do not want people and protesters fucking other people's lives up. You want to go after government? Go after government. There's your problem. Going after people and burning their homes, their businesses, looting their businesses, looting their homes, murdering people, that is not protesting. Government is the source of authority that is everybody's problem. So I don't have any problem protesting government. Anyways, I think it's fucking funny as fuck that they sprayed liquid manure all over the police there. You know what I say to the police that want to work for a corrupt Democrat institution like the European Union? Guess what? You want to work for them? You want to sell yourself for a fucking paycheck? Then you can earn it. You just earned a face full of liquid shit. And I don't have any sympathy for them. These same cops are the ones that'll kick down your fucking door and make your pregnant wife stand in the snow barefoot in 14-degree weather. Oh, by the way, did I mention that the nice young mother with her 4-year-old son, the next day she had a miscarriage? She lost her child because the FBI wanted to terrorize her and make her stand in 14 fucking degree weather outside barefoot. That's the kind of country the Democrats want. And that's the kind of country the Democrats are fucking giving us. You want even more Democrat fuckery? Let me continue. In Illinois, folks, a judge has been removed from the bench. He's had his duties taken from him because he got caught. What did he get caught doing, and what was the outrage over? Because this judge decided to reverse a rape conviction of a 16-year-old girl by a man. I don't have the details, folks. I'm almost afraid to learn. Could it be that the man who raped the 16-year-old girl, could it be that he identified as a woman and therefore was incapable of rape? I don't even know, and I don't want to know. All I need to know is a judge from the bench, right, reversed a conviction. If someone's convicted of rape, that means a jury trial happened. It didn't say the judge had information that revealed that the man was framed by the police for a rape, or it was a fake rape. It was a lie. None of that. It's just the judge just decided to just fucking reverse shit. Democrat fuckery, folks, because we know what judges want. We know what they want. Once again, folks, a reckless Democrat judge strikes again. Some jackass driving at high speeds was coming from a concert. So you can imagine what drugs he was on. And he mowed down a mother and her daughter. Guess what? The judge decided to free the suspect. Let him go. Hey, yeah, be sure and check in for your court date. This soft on crime, there is no crime bullshit, folks. What is it doing to this country? Go ahead. If I were to drive drunk, imagine, just imagine what they would do to me. What would they do to you if you were driving drunk and you mowed someone down? As far as I'm concerned, folks, these Democrats, they're all going to get what they deserve. And I will say this. If you sleep with a dog, you're going to get bit by the fleas. You want to side with them? You want to join forces with them, with Democrats? You want to be part of that party? Well, it's not going to be a pretty party, that's for sure. Literally, will not be a pretty party. You want to take their fucking money like war pig Nikki Haley? She is an example of the corruption and how broken these people are. Right? Nikki Haley takes money from Democrat donors to run her campaign. She's supported by Democrat donors. So what do you think of her? Oh, what a nice girl. Anyway, she blamed Donald Trump many times for Russian anti-current administration, the Russian dissident, Navalny. She said he was murdered in prison. And she said it many times and blamed Trump for it. Somehow, Trump was in Russia and Trump put Navalny in prison and Trump murdered him. Oh, turns out he died from a blood clot. Sounds more like a Jim Jones juice accident than anything Trump could have ever had anything to do with. How does a piece of crap like Nikki sleep well at night? I guess when your God is money and that's all you care about, you must think you're a holy son of a bitch. If you're rich, you got more than $1 million. The system is broke. Let me continue. In Chicago, a jewelry store is open for business. But wait, here comes a robber. Tries a smash and grab. The store jewelry worker shoots him. Bam! Shoots him in the butt, shoots him in the abdomen. Hits him twice, right? The guy falls out the door, reaches back, grabs a bag of stuff, and tries running for it. The police capture him, take him into custody, and then guess what? They release him without any charges after they go to the hospital to deal with his wounds. Oh, don't worry. The Chicago police and the district attorney may arrest the store worker later. Apparently, he had a concealed weapons permit, but that doesn't matter. Let's arrest him. How dare you look out for yourself? Stand up for yourself. Make your choices now, folks. Make them. Because the typical Democrat system is exactly what we're seeing. It is partisan. It is unreasonable. It is illogical. And it is corrupt as fuck. Right? Everyone's like, hey, I've had enough of this smash and grab stuff. I'm just going to protect myself. Good luck, right? Now, well, how about businesses? Shouldn't businesses just love Democrats? No, of course not. Of course not. In Madras, Oregon, right, the city of Madras, the city council wants to fine grocery stores. For what? Charging too much for food? For not having good business hours? For throwing away too much food without offering it to homeless people? No, no, no. They want to fine grocery stores, penalize them. Because when the store's carts are stolen by homeless people, well, the city doesn't like that. The city doesn't like that the store has their carts stolen. And so they're going to fine them for it when they find the carts. Folks, the retardation grows on a daily basis exponentially. Period. It's obscene. Who could be that stupid? You penalize a business. The business that pays taxes that supports the city of Madras. The stores do not want their property stolen. But when their property is stolen and discovered, they receive a fine. And the police will not arrest people for stealing, but they'll fine a business for being victimized by unpenalized thieves. Unfucking believable. Now, I'm going to give you this one. Let's hit this real hard. Democrats, socialists, communists, fascists, Democrats. They are a death cult. They love death. They love sending Ukrainian people to the front lines to get killed. But then they'll complain if a fellow Democrat dies in a prison for being a fucking spy in Russia, Navalny. Democrats love death, like murdering babies and killing Republicans and going after Christians and anti-trans. Now, I'm not anti-trans. I'm pro-rational thinking. I'm pro-intelligence. Anyways, Democrats are a death cult, folks, and they sleep just fine. If they get money, if they get death, they're great. In Canada, in Ontario, Canada, doctors confirmed that a woman was paralyzed by the Jim Jones juice. Yeah, this was a Moderna JJJ. You know what their fix, you know what their remedy was for being paralyzed by the Jim Jones juice? Hey, how about euthanasia as an answer? No, euthanasia is not a treatment, folks. Euthanasia is death, literal death. They say, hey, sorry we paralyzed you. Why don't we just fucking kill you? That'll fix it. That is how sick these fuckers are, folks. It's how twisted they are. Absolutely off the rails, twisted, fucked in the head, stupid. They really are. But while we're here, let's take a wild guess. All right, Darcy T, making sure I've got a good stash of questionable deaths, like Peter Anthony Morgan, a legend in the world of reggae, dead, age 46. Hey, they didn't tell us what the cause of death was, but it was sudden, unexpected. There was no known illnesses. Kind of makes me wonder. Thank you, Darcy T. And while we're at it, let's do a round two. How about Chris Gauthier? Well, he's an actor from Canada. He had an undisclosed short illness. Dead, age 48. Geez, I wonder what that could be. Well, thanks, Darcy T, as usual, for keeping us well aware of what's going on in the world of medicine. Crazy. I'm going to finish up my Democrats are broken, Democrats are corrupt, Democrats are fucking reckless with this one. Then we'll go to your questions for a few minutes, and then I'm going to have to take off out of the bunker. But for now, let's do this. An explosive device, folks, was detonated outside of the Alabama Attorney General's office. Oh, yeah, a Republican holds that office, Steve Marshall. And a bomb goes off. Wow, how normal is that, right? No doubt, folks, Democrats are like, ooh, you almost got him. Good try. Democrat sponsored, Democrat approved, Democrat judicial system, just let it go. Don't even bother investigating. Why bother? Why not just, well, no one was hurt, so it was just fine. Hell, if someone gets hurt, just offer them euthanasia unless they're already dead. Crazy, folks. Crazy. Oh, by the way, real estate experts are warning. Once illegal immigrants discover that they can claim they're squatters and they can't get kicked out of a house, an apartment, a townhome, a condo, a hotel, look out, folks, because cockroaches check in and they will refuse to check out. The problem is coming right now, folks. Right now. Okay, Mr. Uman, I don't know how many questions we got, comments, thoughts. Let's roll into it. Let's do the inner circle. Oh, man, I've got so much to talk about. It's unbelievable. Okay, Uman, let's do you guys, though. Let's switch over to the crowd. Cyber Hana says, I think I said this before, but my very first law class, the professor said, quote, in this class, you will learn how to fuck them before they fuck you. You have mentioned that before, but I think it's worth repeating. It bears repeating frequently because I have heard similar things from people who have attended Police Academy and even the California Highway Patrol Academy. That the police say, we don't care about people's rights. Just intimidate them, stomp on them, push them out of the way, do whatever you want. Can you listen? A friend of mine wanted to be a highway patrolman so bad, hugely. His name was Tim. I'm going to just give the first name. Tim G. Tim G. went to California Highway Patrol Academy and he quit because they said, screw everyone's rights. Violate their rights. It doesn't matter. Violate their Fourth Amendment, their Fifth Amendment, whatever. Look, my friend Tim G. had integrity. He said, fuck you. He quit and he went back to work in the lumber industry. He wasn't going to be a part of that shit. Fuck them before they fuck you. That's the attitude these Democrats have. Fuck them. There will be a time to pay, folks. All right, Mr. Uman, who's next? Uman says, the latest story on the case with the judge is that he was removed from the bench after a panel found he circumvented the law. This is the judge that let the rapist go. Uman says he apparently had multiple instances of misconduct and, quote, abused his position of power to indulge his own sense of justice while circumventing the law, end quote. Thank you for providing more details on that. I was so disgusted when I read the headline, I did not delve into it deeper. But once again, folks, Democrats are reckless, they're destructive, they're broken, they're selfish, they're ignoramuses, and they are drunk on power. You know, there's this thing and I'm not even going to go down that fucking road. Not even going to go there because I don't want to deal with it. Fuck it. Thank you, Mr. Uman. Very good. If I go down that other road, it's going to open a whole fucking can of worms. Get prepared. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. It is coming, folks. I could go every day and just tell you about all these crazed Democrat, scumbag, politicians, bureaucrats. And it continues. There is no end to it anymore. When Nancy Pelosi can say there needs to be a mental intervention for Trump, has she seen the fucker in the White House? The guy can't put a sentence together. He admits all manner of lying and shitting and cheating and right? Voter fraud.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics. The
most in the history of America. Talk about someone who needs intervention and a set of fucking handcuffs. All right, Uman, what do we got? Bioxo checks in, and he says, apparently Kathy Hochul, governor of New York, looks like one of the wicked witches from The Wizard of Oz. Kathy Hochul is going to go after the truckers for not driving into New York City and going after bank accounts. This has already been tried, folks. The truckers in Canada wanted to protest. So Prime Minister Justin Castro Turdhole, little light in the loafers, pansy sack of shit, hiding in his office under his desk, telling cops to break the law. And the cops did. Not real fond of these cops either. They stole people's fuel, stole their wood, stole their food, their property, arrested them, stole their cars, fucking scum. Okay, scum. They're Royal Canadian mounted penises is what they are. RCMPs, penises. They froze their bank accounts as if there isn't enough shit frozen in Canada already. Trudeau froze the truckers' bank accounts. Anyone who donated money to the cause had their shit frozen, attacked. And so here we have the fucking, I almost called her the C word. See you next Tuesday, Kathy Hochul. Wants to go after truckers for not driving into New York. Fuck you. No one is compelled. No one can be compelled to deliver jack shit into New York City or New York State or Florida or Texas or California. Who gives a fuck? People will go there, but she wants to scare. She wants to intimidate. She wants to abuse her power as the governor and freeze bank accounts. How about fining them the way Letitia James has gotten Judge Chicken Shit Erdogan to fine Trump and then add penalties on top on a daily basis? Fuck New York and New York City. More proof it needs to be done. Kathy Hochul is a broken, corrupt, twisted woman. And she's a Democrat. And she belongs in that party because that's what she is. All right, Mr. Uman. Guess I won't be visiting New York or Illinois anytime soon. Or California. Gavin Newsom can go suck on a Vienna sausage. All right. I'm not real happy with any of these people. My hangover's not open. Heidi says, Uman, how long is it going to be before people quit calling cops and just handle it themselves? Well, we've been advised, Heidi, and this is a great question to ask. How long is it going to be? I'm going to give you a story about a police crime American citizen interaction. It wasn't police, it was sheriff's deputy. And it didn't happen last week or a month ago. It happened back before 2006, approximately 2004. A neighbor of mine had a problem with someone on his property. He had 120 acres, a fairly large sized piece of property. And the sheriff was called. And he said, hey, look, I've got someone on my property I need taken off. And Ray was one hell of a patriotic American in my book, an Army veteran, I believe. And the sheriff's deputy says, we'll have someone out there in a couple hours. He says, no, never mind. I'll take care of it. I got my gun right here. I'm going to go deal with this. They had a sheriff's deputy there in under 5 minutes. When they can't do their job, you have to do it yourself. Calling the cops, you can get a Domino's pizza faster than you can get a cop to your house because the police really don't want to deal with any shit. They want to arrest the easy people. So they're going to go after grandma and pregnant women who are barefoot in the middle of the night in 14 fucking degree weather. They're going to go after people when they're asleep. They're going to shoot you through your fucking window if you move. Okay, I don't have a whole lot of respect for these people. Now, there's good sheriff's deputies out there, folks. There's good fucking sheriffs. I know it. But most of these motherfuckers are a bunch of cowards, and they won't cross that blue line. They'll look out for each other left and right, lie, cheat, and steal. Democrats, crooked, broken, bad. Now, I've known lots of good cops, folks, because I've spent time around them and been very personal with them. They're great. You're either really good or you're really bad. I don't think there's a lot of room in between. Now, the cops I've talked to said, hey, you're on your own when shit gets crazy. The sheriffs up in Ohio, the sheriffs in Texas, the sheriffs in Florida say, look, someone comes through your door, you just blast them right the fuck back out. There's not enough police and police protection or sheriffs and sheriff deputy protection, period. I think the sheriffs in Texas ought to be deputizing everyone who wants to be deputized so that you have all the law enforcement you need. How long before people quit calling the cops? When they call the cops and say, I've got a problem, and the police say, we can't get there. You're on your own. That's how you know. Now, understand, Heidi, I'm not telling you have the right to just go out and start shooting people because they're assholes. We'd solve a lot of problems that way, but I'm not encouraging or glamorizing or inciting violence. Instead, what I'm saying is if you feel so endangered, so threatened, that you need to use deadly force to protect yourself, then that is when it is authorized by law. Check your state and your local jurisdiction, wherever you are, to make sure that's the case. But that was the case in California. You have a right to defend yourself. And if your life is threatened, or the life of someone else around you, you have the right to use deadly force to counter, to stop, to eliminate someone who is threatening the lives of others or yourself. Once again, check with your local law enforcement, and they will confirm that. Hey, what if I'm home? You can walk right into the police station and say, I'm concerned about my safety and the safety of my neighbors. If somebody is threatening someone else's life, they've got a knife, a gun, do I have a right to defend them with deadly force? And they won't want to tell you yes. They'll be like, then you should call the police. No, that's not the question. The question is, am I within my rights to defend the lives of others and myself if they are threatened with great bodily harm and injury or death? All right, Mr. Uman, let us move on if we shall. We got Barking Wolf Spider. He says, I know a couple of country folk that have been told to call the sheriff's office after the fact. People are just showing up on property and trying to claim it. In the extreme Northern California area I came from, and I was born in Los Gatos, down in the Bay Area. I grew up by Sacramento in the foothills, the gold country. But I lived quite a long time in extreme in Northern California, up where the volcanoes are. Most people don't realize that California has 2 volcanoes, and one of them is active up there. They had a rule. It was called the 3 S's. And it applied to anybody or anything. The 3 S's was shoot, shovel, and shut the fuck up. The 3 S's. It could be a mountain lion that caused problem. It could be a bear that caused problem. It could be a neighbor who was an asshole. SSS. I'm not recommending anyone commit any act of violence. I'm just telling you about a rule that I heard all the time. Good friend of mine, Max. Love Max. He used to tell me all the time. I'd look in the back of his truck. I go, you got a shovel in the back. And he goes, oh, yeah, there's a lot of holes in the desert that I like to go out and fill in. And folks, when you live in an area like that, I know there's a lot of hungry alligators along the Gulf Coast. They need to be fed. Alligators need food too. Problems can be solved real fast, folks. And I think we're going to come to that type of planet pretty soon, because the Democrats are leaving us no choice. They are. Thank you, man. They are the Democrats. Just absolute shit. They're just shitheads. To me, they're the lowest of low humans, because they are a death cult, and they are a destruction cult, and they are a thieving cult. Now get this. This is part of the mentality of the Democrats. And I'm going to finish this presentation on this. In the world of medicine, there is a new diagnosis. It's called weathering. Weathering. This is unbelievable shit. Weathering is when non-white oppressed people, folks, have a case of weathering. This is shockingly stupid. What this weathering bullshit is being adopted into the critical race theory thinking, the anti-white thinking, the bullshit racist anti-white crap. It's going to exacerbate all the racial bullshit. And when shit hits the fan, it's going to be a component of it. And I'm not afraid to address this weathering shit. A white professor, folks, a white professor at the University of Michigan was hailed as an icon by the New York Times. This theory is called Geronimus, Or Geronimus has combined race theory. The person who the fuck is named Geronimus? This person's white, and Geronimo is a Native American. So first off, this fucking asshole white professor is using a Native American's name and has corrupted it. Why don't they? Of course, they don't have to play by their own fucking rules. Anyways, they've combined race theory with bullshit data, craptastic statistics, and they argue that the chronic stress of living in an oppressive white majority society, folks, destroys the body at a cellular level. And so blacks have shorter life expectancies. Yeah. Yeah, because of white people, blacks have damage caused to them right down to their individual cells, shortening their lives. This white professor is a she, by the way. She has expanded this hypothesis called weathering into the dystopian sociological worldview of anti-America. And it blames the American creed of hard work. That's right, as the killer of people of color. That's right, black people, brown people, they're affected on a cellular level because white people want to work hard. So hard work kills. It takes years off of your life. No shit. You're fucking really hard work takes years off your life. It can. Try standing in the fucking sun 8, 10, 12 hours a day, hammering away on a house, building it, trying to make a fucking living, trying to learn a trade, trying to get ahead. Yeah, we all work hard in shops, in manufacturing facilities, in mines, underground, in mines above ground, out in the sun. Everyone works, or should. But, you know, maybe someone needs to tell Geronimus that us white Christians feel the same way, that I feel attacked on a cellular level. Life isn't fair. Life hurts. Life cheats us. So blacks and other persons of color, folks, aren't feeling anything anyone else doesn't. But Democrats and the simp honkies, the simp crackers, they're going to continue to pander to the ghetto trash in the hopes that they will be loved by the ghetto trash. And it's really too bad that pandering to stupid produces nothing more than more stupid. So let me kind of wrap this up. So in essence, white professors, lawyers, social workers, and politicians are all hurting blacks everywhere by giving them excuses not to better themselves. By pushing this crap, saying, "Oh, you're being damaged on a cellular level. Your life is being hurt because, you know, white people, they work hard, and so that's affecting you. Because the majority of white people have jobs or work or some shit, and so it's expected that everyone does that." And what? How about Native Americans? Are they subjected to weathering? What about white trash idiots? Yeah, I guess they're subject to weathering too because they're white trash and they won't get a job. What we need to do is take away the excuses from people. How about people who don't work and are hooked on drugs in the fucking ghetto? Maybe that's destroying them on the cellular level. But this is the crap they're going to continue to push on us. I say take away their excuses and they can go out and go to work. Doesn't matter what color you are. And earn some fucking self-respect and independence from the plantation. And for those who don't want to work, take a plane trip out of America. Go to a place where there is not a white majority, and you can live a longer, healthier, happier life with this weathering theory. And America doesn't need to pay your fucking bills for you ever again. Go to the land of non-whites. Try it. You've got South America. You've got Africa. You've got Asia. Try it. Get back to me in, I don't know, 50 fucking years. Fuck, I tell you. It's hit the fan. Democrats are reckless, corrupt, broken. They're liars. They're pieces of shit. I have no respect for any of them. They don't need respect. They haven't earned it. They never will. They're just scum. This is the country we're in, folks. They're dangerous. They're anti-constitutional. They're out of their minds. Dangerous. They want relocation camps. They want education camps, re-education camps, work camps, prison camps. They want concentration camps. What do you think that's going to do for you and your life and your kids? It ain't going to be pretty, I'll tell you that. Folks, chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours.